Okay, so guys, give the headline. Yes. Okay. So why circulatory system is important? Yes, for the transport of lot of things, right? Like waste, nutrients, right? Hormones, correct? All the secretions, everything. Okay. Even the food what we digest is after it gets absorbed, it needs to be transported. All right, including oxygen, the most important one. Okay. We will die without food and without water later on. First, we will die without oxygen. Okay, so that is why a transport system is very, very important. Okay, so there's nothing wrong to say that they are, you can say Zepto or Blinkit of our body, right? In simple words, correct? Now, so guys, understand this chapter we will study in three different, parts, step by step. First, we will talk about body fluids. We will talk about body fluids. In this body fluid, you will be studying blood and lymph. After body fluid, we will study about the principal organ of circulatory system. And what is that? Yes, heart. Okay. And third, we will be talking about the tubes. Yes, in which the body fluid flows, right? So in tube, you will study that is the arteries, you will study veins, and you will study capillaries. Clear? So this is the whole chapter, a topic, okay, in the nutshell. That's all. One by one, we are going to study this. Clear? Perfect. So now let's move. Guys, copy this. Is everyone done? Okay. Neha, Saket, are you guys done?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now write it down. Give the headline. The blood. First, we will talk about blood. Okay. Now, guys, understand. Blood basically has two major parts. Okay. First part of the blood is called plasma. Second part of the blood is called corpuscles, right? Like red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets. You call them formed elements also. Clear, no? Formed elements. Clear or corpuscles? Now understand, plasma forms 55% of the blood. So what is the percentage left? 45. That is the formed elements. Clear? Now let's go in detail about plasma. So remember what plasma contains. Plasma has 90 to 92% of water. Plasma has You know, you can say solutes, salts, gases, you can say dissolved gases, hormones, etc. Can anyone name dissolved gas example? Does plasma carries oxygen, transport oxygen? Then which gas? Yes, we have studied, right? CO2 gas is transported in the form of, you know, in the plasma, right? In which form? Sodium bicarbonate, as well as in dissolved form, right? Clear? We have studied this in respiratory system. Saket, Ishnavi, and Neha, you guys have studied, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So those are the remaining things, 8%. 8 to 10% are those, okay? And it has a very, very important thing that is it contains protein. It contains proteins. Very, very important. In the protein, you need to remember it has almost like 27 different variety of proteins, but you have to study only three. Okay. So among the protein, you need to remember the three guys. This is a super important point. So what are those three important proteins? Can anyone tell me? The three important proteins are albumin, okay, fibrin, and globulin. See, it's not globin. Some students write globin like hemoglobin. It's not globin, it's globulin. What it is? And some students write goblins also. So don't do that, okay? Don't write goblin, okay? Clear, no? So guys, albumin, you need to know what does it do, its function. So albumin maintains the osmotic concentration. Osmotic, write it down. It maintains the osmotic concentration in blood. Guys, maintenance of osmotic concentration is very important for the transport of substance. Is it clear? Second is fibrin. You will later on see it helps in blood clotting. It helps in, if you get a cut, the wound get, sealed after some time, right? Why? Because of this. It fibrin, okay? It helps in blood clotting. Globulin, it provides immunity, okay? Immunity, write it down. It gives you immunity. All right. Okay. Meanwhile, you all are writing. I'll just take the attendance. Okay. Naitik. Yeah. Neha. Neha is there. Saket is there. Indranil. Bhargav is absent. Bhargav is absent, no? Saina is there. Ishnav is there. Devtita is there. Kavish. Yeah, Kavish is there. Pranav is also there. And Aditya. Hmm. Kunal. Kunal is there. Yes. Did I miss anyone? Keyur, yes. Keyur. All right. So should we move to the next part? You all got these three important proteins and their functions clear for everyone? Guys, now let's talk about. So after plasma, what do we have? The second part of the blood, corpuscles, or we call them formed elements. Write it down. Formed elements. So how many types of formed elements we have? RBC, red blood cells, WBCs, white blood cells, and last, platelets. Okay. So guys, give the headline RBC, all of you. So guys, RBC, you need to give the headline. So let's talk about red blood cells. Red blood cell, write it down, aka also known as erythrocytes. What do we call them? Erythrocytes. Yes. Next, what is their origin? Where they are formed? So formed in bone marrow. You know the matrix inside the bone. All right. Is it clear? Hmm. So it's formed in bone marrow. Okay. So guys, if I tell you, okay, that if assume that this is the bone, okay, assume that. So the matrix inside this, okay, all this matrix part inside, that is the bone marrow. Got it, no? Now, so after that, you need to write that what is why they are red, because it contains what? Yes, respiratory pigment. It contains respiratory pigment, that is hemoglobin. Okay, it contains respiratory pigment hemoglobin. This hemoglobin contains iron, Fe, and due to this, it is red in color. So, guys, write it down. So, due to this, the iron, okay, it's red in color. Now, what is the average count? How much they are present in your body? So, write it down, 4 to 4.5 to 5.5 million per cubic mm of blood. 4.5 to 5.5 million per cubic mm of blood. I hope it's clear. So this is the average count. Okay. So how long do they live? Write down the lifespan. Who said yeah. What? Yes, it's right. 120 days. So in months, how much it is, guys? 4 months. 13 to 4. So 120 days it lives for. Now remember old RBC gets destroyed. Old RBC gets destroyed in liver and spleen. So guys, you have one more organ, very small, near your liver and pancreas. Okay, that is called as spleen. What do we call? Yeah. And remember, because old RBC is getting destroyed in liver and spleen, that is why spleen is called as graveyard of RBC. It's called as graveyard of RBC. Liver is not referred as graveyard, only spleen, because majorly it's destroyed in spleen and somewhat in liver. Okay.
So where is the spleen located?
See, exact location of spleen is just right below the liver. Okay. Clear, no? Kindly write it down. Okay. Is everyone done? All right, guys. So now, Saket, Ishnavi, and Neha, do you guys have any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So what else we need to discuss? We need to discuss is about RBC. RBC's shape is, guys, this point is super important. RBC shape is biconcave oval. How it is biconcave and without nucleus. Without nucleus. Write down RBC at early stage of formation contains nucleus. When it matures, write down after maturity, nucleus disappear. So when RBC is born, that time it contains nucleus. When it becomes, when it reaches the maturity, okay, is it clear? No? Then our nucleus is gone. Okay. Question arises: what is the significance that RBC is biconcave, it's oval and it's without nucleus? Does it have any significance? Yes, they do have. Kunal, yes, do you know what is the advantage of having RBC like this? No, you were agreeing, no? That is why I wanted to ask. Okay, that's okay. So, guys, tell me what is the main function of RBC? That is easy, you tell. Because it has hemoglobin, transport of perfect. So, to trap more and more oxygen, it needs more surface area. Biconcave means like a kadhai, Exactly. So its surface area is more when nucleus is not there. So this biconcavity and no nucleus gives them more surface area. Write it down. It gives them large surface area, okay, to bind with surface area, okay, for hemoglobin to bind with oxygen. Guys, write it down. So it gives the large surface area, okay. Now, what is the next formed elements, guys? We have PSWBC. And guys, one small correction you do, don't make it oval, okay? Oval is only present in few mammals, but we are talking about humans, right? So you better write circular. Circular is more appropriate, okay? Like this, proper circle. Okay, so this circle has biconcavity. There is a depression, which gives it more surface area. Clear, no? Now, give the headline that is WBC, white blood cells, okay, also known as leukocytes, also known as leukocytes. Okay, now write it down. WBC you have to write that WBCs are mainly not mainly you can write where it is formed in bone marrow. Apart from this, you can write it's two types. How many types are there? WBCs are two types. Is it clear? These two types has five subtypes. So total, how many subtypes you have? Five. Five. How do you remember them? So how do you remember these five subtypes? So guys, remember never let monkeys eat what? Yes.
Bananas.
Never let monkeys eat banana. All right. So this N L M E B. So they give you all five types in the decreasing order there of abundance. Okay. So N for neutrophils. That is the first subtype. Second is L for lymphocyte.
Lymphocytes.
And then you have
Monocytes.
very good M for monocytes. Fourth is E,
Eosinophils.
eosinophils. And last B,
Basophils.
basophils. So in this way you can remember all five. Say it, what is the doubt? Yeah, I'll tell you. So guys, now understand neutrophils are in the highest percentage, okay? And basophils are in the lowest. They are most abundant, they are least. So, the order it's given in the order from most abundant to the least abundant. Okay. So you can write it here. This is 65 to 70%. This one you can say 20 to 25%. Next, you have 5%. These are 2 to 3%. And this one is 0 to 1%. So guys, clear, no? It's coming. Understood? So you can see neutrophils are most abundant to least abundant. Guys, most abundant to least. Never let monkeys eat banana. Now, guys, understand here in these five subtypes, okay, if you observe the neutrophils, then it has fills. Do you see that? So this fills, and all fills. Okay, so these three ones, okay, are called granulocytes. What do we call them? Yes. So the major two types are granulocytes. Okay, they have a suffix of fills. Got it, no? Another one is agranulocytes. So in agranulocytes, what do you see? They have sites. All right. So they have a suffix cytes, sites. Now, what's the major difference? So when you observe them in microscope, you will see the granulocyte cytoplasm has these small granules. Cytoplasm contains these granules. Okay, cytoplasm contains granules. Cytoplasm contains granules, and in this case, you will see cytoplasm is devoid. Devoid means absent of granules. Guys, got it? No? So hope it is clear. Saket and Neha, kindly confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now I'll tell you something interesting fact here that the fact is everyone done? Okay, take a note. Here you're done. So guys, write it down here. You know why it's called neutrophils? Because they are stained by, so write it down. They are stained by neutral dyes. When you prepare a slide, right, to observe in microscope, you do the staining with some, so they are stained by neutral dyes. So from neutral, it came neutrophils. Now, why they are called eosinophil? Because eosinophils are stained by eosin dye, stained by eosin. Okay, E. coli bacteria is also stained by eosin. Got it, no? And this eosin is acidic in nature. What it is? Acidic dye. Okay. So that is why eosinophil has another name, aka we call them acidophils. We also call them acidophils. Clear? Last, why do we call basophils as basophils? Stained by basic dye. So stain acid, base, and neutral, right? stained by basic dye. So it's called basophil. If you remember like this, it will be easy for you. Neha and Saket, you guys are clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Perfect. And guys, let's talk about what is their number, okay? How much they are present and how long they live. So everyone write it down. Average count. So they are not present in millions. Okay, they are in thousands. So they are 5,000 to 8,000
So
cubic.
W.
Yeah, WBC. Okay, per cubic mm of blood. So guys, just 5,000 to 8,000 per cubic mm of blood. Clear for everyone? And write down what is their lifespan. So their lifespan has a quite wide range. They live for few hours to several days. Few hours to several days. Okay, they have a quite wide range. Okay, and write it down. They contain nucleus. So if they are not like RBC who don't have a nucleus, they do have nucleus. Okay. So guys, remember, and what is their shape? Like they come in different shapes. So they don't have a fixed shape. Okay. Now, guys, you need to write down an important thing here about WBC, and that is function. So remember, function is they are phagocytic and provide immunity. What do you mean by phagocytic? They eat the germs. Okay, they eat it, digest it, throw it out the cell. Okay, so they are phagocytic and provide immunity. Guys, clear? No? Now we will talk about the last formed element. What is that? Platelets. Yes. So everyone give the headline platelets. So platelets also known as thrombocytes. Okay, formation in bone marrow. They all are formed in where? Bone marrow. Okay, they are formed in bone marrow. So they don't have a nucleus, they are non-nucleated, they are colorless, and you can say different shapes. So they too don't have a fixed shape. So guys, what is their average count? So average count is important because one thing we have learned, when dengue happens, their number reduces, right? So what is there? So 0.15 million to 0.45 million per cubic mm of blood. 0.15 means 1.5 lakhs to 4.5 lakhs. Clear? In case of dengue, what happens? Its number reduces up to like 50,000, 60,000, even 40, 30. Okay? Very severe level. So guys, what is their function now? Tell me. Yes, their function is very simple, blood clotting. Function is blood clotting. So guys, now you will study one important, very, very important thing, that is mechanism of blood clotting. How blood clotting works. Mechanism of blood clotting. So first write it down, then I'll tell you the mechanism. All right, is everyone done? So guys, in mechanism of blood clotting, first of all, understand how it works. So when there is an injury happened, whenever there is an injury or you say like cut, okay, injury or a cut is there. So what happens? The platelet platelets rushes to the injury site. Guys, got it? No? The first thing what happens, the platelet rushes to the injury site and they disintegrate, they perform suicide, okay? They disintegrate to release. They disintegrate themselves, they break down themselves, okay? So they disintegrate themselves to release something very, very important. Can anyone tell me what is that? No. Anyone? So guys, what does it releases? Write down thrombokinase. Yes, which converts prothrombin to thrombin. Yes. So they perform thrombokinase, or you can write it as thromboplastin. Okay. I'll tell you the spelling, guys. Write it down. So write it down. Thromboplastin. So they all this for releasing this. Is it clear? They actually go to the injury site and they break down themselves to release this. Neha, you clear? Sakir, you clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now understand this thromboplastin, what happens? This converts prothrombin. These all are already present in your blood. So this prothrombin in the presence of thromboplastin changes into thrombin. And remember, very, very important, calcium ions is very, very important for this blood clotting. Which ion? Which ion is important? Calcium ion. Okay. So if a person is suffering from calcium deficiency, will not have a very proper blood clotting. Okay.
So, sir, prothrombin is present in blood.
Yes, it's already there. How it there, from where it came from, all these you have to study in grade 11 if you take biology. Okay. As of now, we don't have to go in detail. So guys, once we have a thrombin, then it converts fibrinogen, fibrinogen. You already learned this. Out of the three important proteins, fibrinogen was one of them in plasma, right? Clear, no? So guys, this comes from liver, okay? So fibrinogen is basically soluble. What is the nature of this fibrinogen is? Soluble. It changes into, with the help of thrombin and of course calcium, it changes into fibrin. And the nature of fibrin is insoluble. So when it forms insoluble, then what happens? This forms a mesh-like network. It forms a mesh-like network, something like this. Okay? It forms a mesh-like network. You can draw it like this. Guys, got it now? It forms a mesh-like network and traps the injury, seals the injury, and this seals the injury. So, guys, this is how it works, okay? Got it? So, when you get cut or bruises, the thing which develops on the skin, right? That brownish black color thing, that is nothing but fibrin, okay? So, just for one cut or a bruise, small cut, a lot of large number of platelet perform suicide, okay? So, try yourself to not get hurt, okay? Or you will make your platelets to break down. All right, clear? Do you know why we get tanned when we go in sunlight? Why do we get tan? See, whenever you go out in sun in a harsh sun, you should always put sunscreen lotion, okay? Always. It's not about a girl thingy or a boy's thingy. It's about for everyone, okay? Everyone should do that because what happens, you get tanned, it's because large number of cells perform suicide to prevent you from cancer. Because sun ultraviolet rays can convert your sleeping cancer causing genes to get active and they make it cancerous. So they don't turn into cancerous, they perform suicide and they kill themselves. Is it clear? Got it, no? So that is why you get tanned because large number of cells had died to protect you. All right. So that is why always put sunscreen lotion. All right. Now, so let's go to the next part. So we are done with the uh, blood. Now give the second, that is lymph. So guys, give the headline lymph. So this is also another body fluid, just like blood. Okay, lymph is also body fluid. You can say another body fluid. Remember why lymph is present? Because the tissues and blood, they cannot, you know, contact with each other directly. So lymph acts as a middleman. Is it clear? So write it down. Lymph is a middleman, is a middleman between tissue fluid and blood. Remember, like I told you, when hormones are released, they are not released in the first in the blood. First they goes to lymph, then it goes to the blood. Okay, is it clear? So lymph is very, very important. Guys, write it down about the lymph. So like blood has its own vessels, veins, right? Lymph has its own, you know, lymph vessels. Got it, no? Where the lymph flows inside, okay? Guys, now how lymph is different from the blood? So write it down. Lymph color. So guys, it's pale yellow. What's the color of lymph? Yeah, pale yellow, and write it down. RBC platelet is absent. So lymph doesn't have platelets and RBC. Is it clear? So what they only have is, yeah, WBC only present. All right, take a note of this. Neha, you're clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, one very, very important function of the lymph, write it down. It maintains the, you know, write it down. It maintains the blood volume. Everyone write down this. The very, very important function. Apart from transport, right? Transport is something by default, it's there, okay? Apart from being a middleman, okay? The third function, I mean, the important function is it maintains, all these are functions only. So this is a very important one. It maintains blood volume. Now, question will arise how? So, write it down. Explanation, guys. So, write it down. Blood volume decreases, okay, due to filtration. Due to, guys, where the filtration happens, tell me. Kidneys, yes, nephrons, right? So, write it down. Of blood plasma. Lymph. So, write it down. Collects lymph collects the same and put it back to the blood. So this is how it maintains the volume, okay? During filtration, the blood volume decreases, okay? Got it, no? Filtration of plasma. So lymph collects it and sends it back to the blood, okay? That's how it keeps on maintaining the optimum, okay? Saket, you understood this?
Yes, sir. but just one
Okay.
doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
So the lymph collects the filtered out content.
Yes. The plasma. Got it, no? Filtered out. Yes. And it puts it back. That's how rounds and rounds keeps on happening, right?
Okay, so again the cycle repeats
Huh.
because kidney needs to again.
You got it, no?
Yes, I got it.
So, what happened? What's the discussion going on, China? Why there's a distraction? Tell me. Share the joke with me also, no? Isnavi, what is the joke? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. So, guys, write it down. So, you all have understood that, like how blood, I think I have already told you how blood has its own tubes, right? Arteries, veins, and everything, right? So, lymph also has lymph capillaries, lymph veins, okay? Lymph vessels, simple vessels. When you write vessels, it includes everything. Is it clear? Now, write down another thing for the lymph. Lymph uh, lymph takes the absorbed fat, fatty acids, you know, and later passes to blood. So remember, when fats are digested into fatty acids and glycerol, it lymph takes it first, okay, in the villi, right? And then it later on it gives it the blood. Yeah, what happens? Okay, it's fine, no? So write it down. So whatever the waste your cells produce, right? Clear? Whatever the waste your cells produce, right? These all are collected by lymph. Okay? Waste collected from tissue fluid. Okay? Or you can write it like it collects the waste from the tissue fluid. What does lymph do? It collects the waste from collects the waste from tissue fluid. Got it?
So what exactly are tissue fluids?
Cells.
Okay.
All the cells, okay? Is it clear, no? So write it down. It collects the waste from the tissue fluid and passes to blood. So you can see that lymph is always coming in between, right? Between the tissue fluid and blood. That's why I said it as a middleman. So you have got so many functions of the lymph. So guys, one important thing that the body, body fluids is over. So first part of circulatory system is over. So we can say that we have finished this. This is done. All right. So now we will talk about heart. But before I talk about the heart, I want you all to revise what we have discussed in the body fluids, blood and lymph. Can you do that? And see if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Guys, please revise properly because I'll be asking questions. Okay, we'll have a quiz. Yes, the main two types are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Subtypes are never eat a monkey's eat banana. Okay, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Did you miss it? Devtita, I told here, no? See, I'll be asking someone to come and explain the blood clotting mechanism here on the board. So it's very important, guys. Guys, 2 more minutes. Finish it quick. Vishnu, you're done. Only this part are you revising? I want you to read through all of them. Guys, you just have to read through it, okay? Everything. Yeah. Indranil, where is Bhargav? You're not aware. Native. Okay. What happened? He's done. Hmm. All right, guys. So can we discuss the questions now? Neha, Saket, are you guys done with the revision?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, guys, first of all, yes, Keyur, you will answer. So, tell me, what were the three major proteins? Name the three major proteins which was present in plasma. What were the? Just tell me the names. If you don't know, you just say pass. Tell fibrin. Okay, he said one. Uh, okay, Pranav, you will answer the different question now. Can you tell me the name of all five subtypes of the WBCs? Neutrophils, monocytes. Yeah, then told the mnemonics never let monkeys eat banana. So neutrophil, then lymphocytes. After that, very good. Eosinophils and basophils. Clear? All right. Okay, and now who is going to explain the blood clotting mechanism in the board here? You will do that? Okay, Snavi. So you can come. Yeah. Can you just put on the plus over there? Yes, good. Now write it. You first write it and then you can explain. Yeah. You can first write. So Neha and Saket, observe what Ishnav is writing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ah, right. That's okay, guys. Do not interrupt her. Let her write. Okay. Guys, also remember next class we are having quiz. Okay. First, I'll finish circulatory system, and then there will be a quiz. Quiz will contain the topics which we have covered so far, that is respiration, digestion and circulation. Now, how quiz will happen? I will create two teams. So it's important that you be present, offline, okay? The next class, that is on next Friday, okay? So because then only it will be a better quiz. And Saket, I think you won't be there, right, for the offline.
Yeah, sir. I won't be there.
So Saket and Neha, I'm considering as an exception. They will participate in the quiz online only, okay? But camera needs to be on that day. And guys, how the quiz will be there? We will have a two groups, and I won't be asking you question. You will ask the question. But make sure when you ask the question, you should know the answer. Now you have to make your opponent to not answer, and your opponent has to make sure they ask such question they did not answer. So when you make them do not answer the question, then you will get points. But if your opponent answers, they will get point. And if your opponent are not able to answer, it will bounce back to you. And if you are all not able to answer, they will get the double point as bonus. Okay. So make sure when you ask, you should know the answer very clearly. Is it clear? Understood? No? So there will be two teams. Okay. So do you want me to create the random team on the same day, or do you want me to create it today itself? Today? Okay, but remember, only one person will ask question and only one person from the opponent team can answer. Not like group. Okay, are you done? Calcium, yes, very good. Calcium is very, very important. Okay. Yes, you can go ahead. Yeah, they disintegrate to release that thromboplastin, right? Good. After that, carry on. Huh. Changes into. Why will it form a mesh-like network? Why will it not dissolve? Yes. Yes. And that converts it into insoluble form. That is why it doesn't dissolve. Okay, Saket and Neha, guys, you're clear, no?
It's the other way. It's
Yes, yes.
soluble and then it's insoluble.
Yes, that's what Saket is also telling. It's the other way. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you can leave it. All right. So, Neha, you have to answer one question I'm going to ask. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Neha, you need to tell me that list three functions of lymph. Three functions of lymph. Aditya, be ready. Next is you. So, Neha, answer me. What are the three functions of lymph? Just tell me in simple and short.
It absorbs the fatty acids and passes
They
it to
help in the transport of fats. Okay,
the,
they take up the absorbed fat before they pass it to the blood, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So we can say they help in transport of the fats. Okay. Okay. Good. One function. Can you tell me the second function?
It collects the waste from the tissue when the
And passes it
tissue
to the
grows.
blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Tell me the third function.
Mm, Food maintains the blood volume.
Maintains the blood volume. Very good. And if you don't remember any point, you can also say because they have white blood cells, they also,
Yes.
yeah, fight germs, right? They provide immunity. Is it clear now? Okay, now you tell me how lymph is different from blood. Yes, very good. That's all. All right. So, guys, now those who did not get a chance to answer, prepare for the quiz. Okay. So, guys, let's keep this as more surprise. I will not create a team today. Okay. That day random I'll create. Huh? Should I create it right now? Okay. So right now, how many are there? Three, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Two are attending, going to be attending online, 12. Okay. So we will decide where will be Bhargav on that day itself. Okay. So we'll decide that. As of now, I'm splitting into six. Okay. So let's say we will be having, guys, please see this. There will be alpha team and there will be a beta team. Alpha and beta. All right. Now, so who will be a part of the alpha team? I'll write the name Saket. All right. First. Second is Indranil. Yes. Indranil, right here, no? What do you think? What's the name? Indranil, okay? Now, so in beta team, Neha, these two are going to attend online. Who? No. Are you going to travel to the native or something? Oh, that is why. Okay. Fine. So here it will be Isnavi. Okay. So third, yes, Aditya. And here Kev. Okay. Fourth, here it will be Bhargav. Yeah, Bhargav, let it be in hold because he's not there. That's right. Okay. Yes. So here it will be Dev Tirtha. Okay. And here Pranav. All right. Afterwards, who am I missing? Yes. So here it is, Naitik in alpha team and in beta team. Uh, who do I put? No. Okay. Uh, we okay. I'll put Kunal. Kunal. And Kavish is here. Okay. And here I'm missing only Saina, right? Saina. All right, guys. So team has no. It will not switch. Okay. It will remain as it is. Okay. So guys, please note down your teams. Okay, that you're in which team. That day I don't want confusion. Okay. Remember, I won't be asking you question. You have to ask. Okay. And Neha and Saket, you people will be on speaker, so you can hear what they'll talk and what they'll ask, and you can communicate with them. Remember, it's very important. Your camera needs to be on. Okay, Devtirtha, make sure your camera needs to be on. If camera is not on, you won't be able to answer also, and you won't be able to ask question also. Okay. Is it clear? Because I don't want you people to use gadgets. Okay.
So just one thing.
Yes, Sakit.
So only one person needs to ask all the questions and answer.
No, 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 no. Everyone will get a chance to answer.
Okay, okay.
No person can ask the question twice until others are done. Similarly, no person can answer all question once. Okay, you will get chance. Is it clear, no? Each should prepare minimum three. Okay, because in the last we will do something like a rapid fire. Okay, so remember, choose your captain who will come for the rapid fire, which will have the most of the question. In rapid fire, both opponents' captain will come. Okay, one will be quickly, should be fiery, should be, asking fiery questions, and the other captain should be answering it. Yes. No, it will be exchange also later on, right? Switch. So make sure you choose your captain in such a way who should answer the questions quick and who should ask the question quick. And one more thing, there could be two captains, one who can answer quickly and one who can question quickly. Okay, so you can choose two captains also. Is it clear? No. Who do you think who is not in a smart person? Okay, everyone is smart here. I don't see anyone is less smart. Is it clear? All right, guys. Okay, enough. I'll just take a picture. Guys, remember, don't assure yourself that you are going to be in the same team. It is always going to shuffle. In the next quiz, this team won't be there. Okay, it will be different.
So
All
portion
right.
is under the circulatory system.
Yes, let me write the portion. Complete circulation, digestive,
Respiratory.
and respiratory. Guys, clear now? One more thing, out of syllabus questions will not be answered. Okay, it will be null and void. Okay. So do not come up with grade 11 or 12 or MBBS stuff, okay? Kunal, do not come up with MBBS stuff, okay? Yes. All right. Stick to the grade 10, that's all, okay? You can use reference books. You can study from the reference book. You can ask from reference, okay? And NCRT, of course. All right. So, guys, let's move to the next part. Indranil, you understood, right? Okay. Say Bhargav comes, okay. So we will be putting him on the beta team. Okay, just remember that. Yes. All right, guys. So let's discuss the most interesting topic of today, human heart. All right, guys. Make sure you decide your captains. Okay, that's very important. Now, so guys, in the human heart, remember, yes. So first of all, guys, write down human heart is four chambered. How many chambers are there? Four. Do you know cockroach heart is 13 chambered? One three. That's why and one more thing, if you cut the head of the cockroach, they will still be alive. Okay? They will die later on because they are not able to eat or drink anything. Is it clear? Got it now? Now, so four chambered heart, guys, remember fish fish has two chamber, reptiles and amphibians have three chambers. Write it down. Birds also have four chambered. All right. So the thing is, if I summarize, this is for mammals, right? What do you mean by mammals? One who give birth to their young ones, like humans. Okay. So if you observe bird and mammals, they have four chambers. Fish has only two. Reptile amphibians have three. So can I put it things in like that, that birds and mammals has no mixing. When I say they have four chambers, it means they have a separate chamber for oxygenated blood and they have a separate chamber for deoxygenated blood. Okay, so birds and mammals have no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. But in case of fish, but in case of fishes, reptiles, and mammals, sorry, amphibians. So these three of them has mixing of blood, mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, as they do not have separate chambers, as they do not have separate chambers. Is it clear, guys? Okay, but in case of birds and mammals, there is no mixing because they have separate chambers. They have separate chambers for oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Now, after telling up all the story, question arises why it is like that. Right, Indranil? The question arises why it is like this. So, what do you think? Why do we have separate oxygenated blood chamber and deoxygenated blood chamber? Why birds also have like us, but amphibians, reptiles, and fishes don't have so? What do you think? Think about it, guys. There's a very
So the main
see
difference is they are warm-blooded and they're cold-blooded.
very good, Saket. Yes. So, guys, write it down. So this the reason, okay? The reason is let's discuss. Guys, remember what I'm talking right now has came up in the board exam multiple number of times. So this might be a possible question, one of those possible question which you see in your pre-boards and board exam and or maybe in your unit tests. Okay? Is it clear? So write it down. The reason why it is like this. So the reason is write it down. Mammals, should I scroll it above? You're done with everything? Okay. So mammals and birds. See, sometimes they write aves. It's the same thing. So mammals and birds, okay, are warm-blooded animals. They are warm-blooded animals. So what do you mean by warm-blooded? Does their blood boil or something? No, it doesn't mean that, okay? Warm-blooded means warm-blooded means they can regulate their body temperature as per surrounding. It means if I oh wait, where that went? Huh. So write it down. So they can regulate. What does it mean? It means imagine yourself, you are in a very hot climate place. Suddenly you came to a very freezing cold climate. Okay, what will happen? Your body temperature will almost be same. It will take some time, but it will adjust. Okay? Suddenly hot, suddenly cold. Okay, your body temperature will be constant, right? Because you are warm-blooded, you have that ability. Okay, but to acquire this ability, I mean, we already have this ability, but this causes this causes a large, okay, you can say that this requires large amount of, to do so, this requires large amount of energy. Is it clear? Due to this requires large amount of energy, and it needs to be, and that is why you can write it like that, and that is why, and that is the reason, and that is the reason birds and mammals have highly efficient system, and there is no mixing of blood, no mixing of deoxygenated and, is it clear, and oxygenated blood. So this is the reason we need to be highly efficient, because it takes up a lot of energy to maintain the body temperature with outside changing environment, right? So that is why we need to be highly efficient. Is it clear now? Saket, Neha, are you guys clear? Why
Yes,
mammals
sir.
and birds, they don't have, they don't have a mixing, right? They have a separate chambers, right? They need to be highly efficient. And to be highly efficient, the chamber separation should be required, okay? If mixing will happen, efficiency will go down, okay? Now, let's talk about the reptiles, amphibians part, okay? So, guys, for reptile amphibians part, you can simply say that they are cold-blooded animals. They can't regulate, if you take a fish and you put them in from a pond, let's say that a cold lake is there, right? And you take it there from there and you put them in warm water, their blood temperature also will become warm. So whatever kind of environment you put them, that type of body temperature it will be, and they'll die. Is it clear? So because they don't have a higher requirement, because they're cold-blooded, so that is why there's a mixing. Simple. They don't need to be highly efficient. So guys, make sure you write down opposite, okay, as a homework, and remaining things we will be discussing in the next class. All right. And yeah, remember your teams and prepare for the quiz. All right. I am going to finish the heart and arteries and veins discussion we'll do. That's all. And after that, we'll start the quiz. So last 30 to 40 minutes of the class will be quiz. All right. Bye everyone.
Bye, sir. Thank
Bye,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Bye guys.